Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and like I said, I'm gonna be coming to you with a lot more hair tutorials since I actually have some hair to actually do. So I'm gonna talk to you about what I'm doing. So last night I rinsed out the grayish silver eyeshadow that I had in my hair. If you saw my twist out 10-month post big chop update, I am actually 10 months and 2 days, 10 months and 1 day, say the 30th, 10 months and 2 days post Big Chop number 2, where I had my head shaved. I was basically bald. So, this is the amount of hair that I have now, and I've been experimenting with stretch styles for the past like 48 hours. And I want to talk to you about how I stretch my hair. So, the first thing I do is after my hair is freshly co-washed, which last night I didn't even do a co-wash. I literally rinsed the water out of it, put conditioner on, and then rinsed it right out. I didn't even really co-wash, like leave it in or anything. I just put some conditioner just to soften it and then rinse that out. And while I'm still in the shower, I like to apply my Shea Moisture Yucca and Baobab Thickening Growth Milk, which I do think this has helped my hair to become thicker, and it looks like this. I've had this for a while, and it's just like a pre-leave-in, and it's for fine, thin hair, which I have fine hair, but I have dense hair, so my hair really isn't thin. It's just the strands are thin, but they're just densely packed, which makes it look like I have super thick hair, but I really don't. After that, I like to apply my Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. Been loving this product. It really helps to define my curls and moisturize my hair even further. Love this. And I also do that while I'm still in the shower. And by doing it in the shower, I don't have a mirror, so I tend to not over apply my product because I'm not looking at it goop through. So I use less, but I still get like very good moisturizing results. After that, I section my hair, usually into some ponytails. I think four. I had two, and then I let that dry for like overnight. And then this morning, I changed it to three ponytails. And I think I'm gonna start doing four, so I won't have to like redo my ponytails. But that just helps me to stretch my hair. And literally, I just take these type of hair ties that don't have any metal on them, and to stretch my hair overnight, I'll put it in ponytails like this. I'll just do one and leave the ends out, but it flattens out like the roots, so it becomes easier to stretch for a stretch style. And I'll let it dry overnight, dry some the next day because my hair takes forever to dry. And I'll just put my hair in ponytails like this to help it stretch. And I'll put my satin bonnet on, which I brought with me. There it is. And I just go to sleep with it damp. So it will be damp when I go to bed, and I let it dry overnight. And then in the morning, I'll rearrange my ponytails to help the center of my hair stretch more, since that is the most densely tight packed area. I'll like adjust, maybe just do a ponytail here and a ponytail back here, just to help the hair stretch and let it air dry, because I don't like to put heat on my hair. After it's about hopefully 90 to 100% dry, I'll take out my ponytails, and the first thing I do is take a wide tooth comb, and I'll start to like comb it out like so. I'll just go in and comb out my ponytails, which are hopefully nice and stretched except for the ends. Like the roots will be nice and stretched, so it's like already kind of pre-detangled. Do the other side. I like to use my wide tooth comb first, and then I go in with the Afro pick, and I go in and do smaller sections, so I can really focus on the ends, which are still pretty curly and coily because they haven't been stretched. So I go through little small sections like this, like so, until I get like the whole thing done, and then my hair looks like this. It's in a nice like frotastic form, and then I'll start to do the stretch style, either the twist or the braids or the three-strand twist out. And I chose to do a braid out for tomorrow. I'm going to be going to a New Year's Eve party with some old college friends. I feel bad saying sorry. Some old college friends, some friends that already graduated from college. I should have already graduated in this previous May, but I'm not graduating until next December, a year and a half later. But some people that I went to college with, and let me show you. I already have one section done. So I'll part my section. As you see, I don't use a comb. I just kind of use my finger. And then I'll apply oil to the scalp. And the oil I'm using is from Alake Naturals. and it's their Essential 17 hair growth oil. This is my favorite oil because it has such a mixture. And I also added some more. Like, I don't use the whole bottle. Like, I'll add my own oils to it. So there's some castor oil here, some olive oil that I've added, a little bit of coconut oil that I've added. But I really do love her oil, even though it is rather expensive. This is a great product, and I love the nozzle because I can apply it directly to my scalp, like how I am now, adding a little bit. So I'll apply this oil to my scalp and rub it in, massage it in. I like to usually do it in sections, but for the sake of this video, I might as well go ahead and apply some more. Really rub that into the scalp. And then I start my styling process. After I have my hair all stretched, my scalp oiled, I'll go into the styling process. I'm just rubbing that oil into the scalp though. I love the way it smells. It's really moisturizing to the scalp, and it adds some sheen to my hair, which as you can see is all nice and picked out. Nice and fluffy. So I'll just show you a section on this side. There is really no rhyme or reason to my sectioning. It's just an organized way to make sure that every hair strand is detangled and coated with my styling product, which this is really no different than how I would do it if my hair was any longer. Like, I use the same kind of process. So I am going to part over here because I can see it. Hopefully I went all the way back. That's another thing. I can't really feel it. I go all the way back to what I've already done. I think so. Alright, so I take a small section like this, and I'll put the rest away that may interfere with that section. So I'm just going to loop it around once like that. It's okay, this section is out because I'm not over there. And then I like to detangle again with my wide tooth comb, really focusing on those ends because those were not stretched in the little ponytail mini pineapple process. As you can see, the hair is very shiny because I apply that oil to my scalp. And then from there, I'll divide this into smaller sections, and I think I'm going to do 2 braids in this section. Like I said, I'm doing a braid out. So my styling product is also from Shea Moisture, and it's their Curl Enhancing Smoothie. I've been using this since my first big chop in 2013. My first big chop ever was January 5th, 2013. And then I re-big chopped earlier this year on February 28th, 2015. But the first time I had transitioned for about 4 months. So what I like to do is apply a very little bit just to get the hair, add some extra moisture to it. Like, it's already moisturized with the 2 leave-ins that I use. It's very, very soft. I even let my Caucasian roommate feel my hair, and her first comment was, "Oh my gosh, your hair's so soft." Yes, girl, thank you, I know. And this just adds extra moisture, and because it is a curl defining smoothie, it will help add definition and help the pattern of the braid like set into my hair when I keep my braids in overnight. I also like this product because it has water, which is moisturizing to the hair. And I don't spray my hair with water because that's just going to make it shrink. A lot of people like to add water to their hair when they're styling, but I personally don't because that will make my hair shrink, but this product has a little bit of water in it. So I don't feel the need to add any additional water, but I do add a lot to my ends, as you can see. I'm taking quite a bit, and I like to twirl my ends to get those nice and defined curly ends. I use quite a bit of product on the ends, but I use it sparingly on the mid shaft and the roots of the hair. But I like to pull my roots quite taut when I begin my braid. That's what helps the roots stay nice and flat and helps to stretch the hair even further. And so you can see how shiny and twirly my ends are. And so I'm going to keep these in overnight. It's currently 7 p.m. and I'm not going to take them out probably until... And I keep detangling. You can use a comb or you can use a pick. I have both with me. Whatever your preference is, but I like to detangle every section, each time before I braid. And then I apply a little bit of Curl Enhancing Smoothie to all of the hairs for added moisture and to help the definition of the braid. And then you just separate into 3 pieces. Hopefully y'all can see. Just make your 3 sections like you normally do for a braid. And then I just start my braid, but making sure that the roots are very taut. And I don't like those sections, they're not even. There we go, it's a little bit better. I like to make sure that it's very taut at the root. So, as you can see, I like to make sure it's super tight and taut at the root. Not super tight, but you know, firm, I guess firm, taut, so that the roots aren't poofy. The roots are nice and stretched and flat and smooth. That's why I like to do this, like my stretch styles on stretch hair. I don't like to do it on a fresh wash and go. I like to stretch my wash and go with the little ponytail pineapple things overnight. And once I get towards the end, they look like that, but we're going to add even more curl enhancing smoothie to the ends and just twirl those ends so they can get nice and defined coils. As you can see. And just keep adding until you get a nice little coil on the end. And basically I'm going to do the same process all over my head until all of my hair is in braids, in little braids. And tomorrow it will be nice and stretched and I'll have a nice, beautiful, hopefully beautiful braid out. And just for the sake of this video, I'm going to do I can do this side. We'll do this side on my other side. Just so you can see it twice, even though I did it twice on this side. But I'm doing the same process to my head, just so you can see it over here. I like to do the back first, like a row in the back first, as you can see. And then I like to go to the sides, and then I like to go back to the back. And I may do, I don't know how I want my hair to fall. I think I want it to fall in my face. So I may do the whole front, like kind of facing, braiding towards the front. Alright, so we are going to part the side. Not going too far up. You can probably see that oil glistening. And I really like this oil because it has peppermint oil in it as well, which is really, really good for my scalp that has been kind of itchy as of late, more itchy than normal. And as you can see, my hair is really, really clean. Alright, so I think I've gotten all the way back. And now we're just going to put this middle section, all of this in a hair tie. There you go, you have a style already. JK. And then next step is to detangle, and I like it, and this process is kind of easy because I'm already starting on somewhat stretched hair. That's the key. And dry hair that is basically 100% dry. I don't do my stretch styles until my hair is at least 90% dry. Really focus on those ends. Also gonna pick it out. And then again, section it off. I think I'm going to do 2 on this side, just like the other side. So I'm adding my curl enhancing smoothie just a little bit to all my hair, just to get it like lightly moistened further. It's already moisturized. As you can see, my scalp has been oiled already. It's nice and shiny. It's detangled. Obviously I can run my fingers through it, and you will have some shedding. Divide hair into 3 sections. Make sure that the roots are very nice and taut. Like so, you see how my roots are nice and flat? And that's going to help stretch the hair even further, and then begin braiding. Once you get towards the ends of the hair, as you can see, my 3 sections are kind of running out. Oops. Take more curl enhancing smoothie and just start to coil that hair around your finger until you get a nice coil. Keep adding product until the hair is fully saturated on the ends. You want your hair to be saturated on the ends so that it can be defined. So I'm not using any gel or anything like that. I probably will put gel on my edges in the morning, but I'm going to show you guys my takedown as well. And all of these products are like have oil and water based, so my hair is really, really moisturized. So that's that one on this side, which is kind of sticking out. That's okay. Now to this one, always making sure that this section is completely detangled before you start braiding. Add a little bit of Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie to it. Divide it into 3 sections. That's not a good section. I can kind of feel still a little small. Making sure that it's taut at the root, and then start braiding. And you want to braid pretty tight. As you can see, my braids are nice and tight and neat. You want that because that's going to help with the definition of your hair when you take your braids down. And of course, when you get to the ends, just adding more curl enhancing smoothie and twirling it around until you get a nice, pretty defined coil. So this is going to be my first braid. I did my first twist out, which I really like, and I've always favored braid outs even more. This is also a good way to add color to your hair because you're taking each individual section, making sure that your ends get color if you want to add eyeshadow color. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you the process that I take to do my braid outs, and I'm going to do the takedown tomorrow of a few sections. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm just going to continue doing the same process around the rest of my head. And you want to just, when you're braiding, you just want to braid in the direction that you want the hair to fall. So I'm going to braid this, I think this whole front section going towards the front so that the hair falls over my very large forehead. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video on like how I do my braid outs, and you can see how it turns out on short hair since I'm still in the like awkward TWA-ish phase. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for your support, and yay for celebrating. Look at that oil on my hands. Yay for celebrating 10 months and 2 days post Big Chop. All right, see you next video. Bye, YouTube.